Hey everyone, how is it going? Hope you guys are doing well, drinking lots of water, staying hydrated. Welcome to my channel. We're here on Misty Keep today, working on our entrance. If you've watched any of my previous videos, first off, thank you. Welcome back. It's very good to see you again. And you would know that I already had an entrance to my island. Originally, there was a plaza that went from the airport to the resident service center. It had the waffle cone and icing path that I used in Chai's Cafe speed build as well. There wasn't anything particularly special about it, and to be quite honest, I got pretty bored with it, actually. So I decided to make something that would stand out a little more. You know, something with a little bit more character. I was actually searching through the portal, the design code portal, and I found one that was just called chocolate chips, and that was pretty much the inspiration for this whole build, and you will see why in just a moment. But other than that, I didn't really have any plans going into this. So it's gonna get a little bit weird before it starts making any sense. But that's fine. There's nothing wrong with letting your ideas flow in the moment. And as you'll see, I'm just standing around, I guess, having conversations. And there's my chocolate chips that I was referring to earlier. That was why I started this to begin with. This chocolate chip cookie path is everything right now. My goodness, I love it so much. And of course, the extra cookies on the side for that extra bit of sweetness. To be honest, my main goal for this island is to make anyone who comes for a tour feel like they're gonna leave with a cavity. Now, I'm doing all this decorating, but this area just isn't going to look like this for much longer. I liked what I was doing, but something about it still just didn't feel quite right. So I went to bed and I came back with a refreshed brain, and I just completely undo like half of what I've already just done. But you know, it's fine. Sometimes we just realize we aren't super happy with what we're doing. And we get frustrated and we feel like we're wasting our time. But we just gotta take a moment to reevaluate, pull ourselves away, think about what we want to do, visualize our end goal, and then bring it to fruition. And that is exactly what I tried to do. And I will say that I am a lot happier with the end result than I would have been if I had continued doing what I was already doing. So one of the biggest things that I want for my island is to have a majority of it on the second level. I just really like having lots of waterfalls and sunken areas. I just think it gives the island, you know, it just makes it more visually appealing. So I went ahead and made the path leading up to Resident Service Center surrounded by cliffs. And I've seen some really pretty pictures online of bridges leading up to the resident services, and I thought that would be really pretty with a couple of waterfalls as well. So I built up the cliffs for that. And I do already have plans for what's going to be there on the right, so I wanted to make sure that this cliff would not interfere too much over there, and I would modify it as, you know, as needed. Of course, for some reason, I struggle really hard with waterfalls. I don't know why. You know, you would think that after building my sunken waterfall, I would have gotten it down by now, but nope, not really. I swear I don't know what I'm doing, and I have a lifetime pass on the struggle bus. That's 100% accurate. Anywho, I think I got this cliff down. Yeah, just making a few adjustments to make it more aesthetically pleasing to me, and then rounding that off there. See? It looks perfect. After 20 years, it looks perfect. Now I'm going to start working on this short river so that I can place the bridge. And of course, I am extra, so I wanted to have a diagonal bridge, make more work for myself, because I can't do anything the simple way, ever. And of course, we have to have a waterfall on the other side as well. So there I am building up the cliffs for that, not participating in the fishing tournament, because who needs fish, right? And, oh, there it is. Okay, well, that waterfall is built, and we are now trying to place our diagonal bridge. However, that's just not quite working out for us right now. I realized my river was just a bit too small, so I had to go ahead and widen it, and now it fits. Yay! Now, I'm not all that good at remembering to add bushes to my build, so that was a little bit of a surprise that I was able to get that down. And then here, I'm making a little bit of an adjustment to this waterfall. I just think it looks prettier. Add a cookie umbrella, add some flowers, you know, try to spruce up the place a little bit, try to make it look nice, try to make it look sweet. And here I go again, struggling with this area. It's just that it's such a small space and I wanted to make the best use of it. So things just get moved around quite a bit over here, but it turns out looking pretty nice, I think. I'm also really loving these Bunny Day trees for my island. They just look like trees with candy hanging off of them, and that is perfect. Like, how much more perfect could an item be for a candy themed island? And I found this really pretty grass path design on Twitter. I will put the design codes in the description as well as socials if I can find them. The only thing is, a lot of the designs that I find from searching keywords in the portal. So if I can find the original creator, I will give credit. But either way, all of the design codes I will have in the description. Of course, these silly little mint umbrellas that I created myself. So if anybody wants those, I can put those up too. It's just nobody's asked, so I just haven't done it. As you can see from this display, whenever I don't know what to do, I just run around in circles. And for some reason, in this whole build, I've been having a hard time figuring out which designs I want to go in the ground, which normally I just kind of do them randomly and sporadically without any sort of thought process behind it. But I guess for some reason I decided that I wanted certain ones. I don't know. But as long as you get to where you're going in the end, I guess that's all that matters. So I skipped ahead so I can get this bridge completed and figure out what I wanted to put in the space that I couldn't do anything in. And of course, the Bunny Day items, I'm just in love with them. I know a lot of people hate them, they don't match with a lot of themes, but they just fit so perfectly with mine. How could I not love them so much? And just a warning, upcoming is me struggling again. I don't know why this was so difficult for me to figure out. There's just this one little square of space I just couldn't figure out what I wanted to put in there. Nothing was working for me. If you put an item there, it kind of blocks traffic. I didn't know what kind of design code to put on the ground. I just kind of settled for the little candy and just went about my day. And now I'm starting to work on the other side of the bridge. I built up that cliff area over there, but only just like the shell of it, just for the sake of the entrance here. And then, once I finished talking to Cherry, we finished placing down this cookie path here so that it goes all the way over to this incline. And it's just so cute. I love this cookie path. I can't get over it. Have you ever just needed to move a tree over just one single space? Is that ridiculous? And of course, when you don't know what to do, you just kind of run around in circles till you figure out what you're gonna do. Which in this case happened to be a diagonal picnic blanket, which I struggled with. Again, this is a reoccurring theme in this speed build, the struggle. I'm hoping that one day this gets easier for me, but as for now, I don't know what I'm doing. But once I finally figured it out, it wasn't too difficult to put together, and it's really cute. I love this blanket. Now we pop in another fruit tree and we start working on decorating this picnic area with more Easter Day items. So cute. I just love everything. Especially the teddy bear with the strawberry blanket t-shirt on. I just love it. Why is it so cute? Why is this game so cute? And of course, the Bunny Day balloons are one of my favorite items. I mean, I guess all of the Bunny Day items would be one of my favorite items. Maybe not all of them. But definitely a good bit of them. They just work so well. And of course, we place our cookie accents just like on the other side, keeping everything consistent. And a cute little Poptart path leading up to resident services. I'd never used that one before, but I thought it was super cute, and I just needed to use it somewhere, right? I have it, so I might as well use it. And of course, as always, a little bit more running around until we figure out what we're gonna do. And in this case, it's gonna be that adorable grass path again that we're gonna place this mushroom platform on. I love these things. They're so bright and colorful. to plan some space to put some flowers and then go harvest them from the garden, plant those bad boys, bright and colorful. I'm really feeling pinks and blues in this area right now. And I think I'm going to be placing this bunny day fencing, yep, right there. So I thought that was they just work so well. It's so cute. I tried to put them up there, but it didn't work out, so I just put some plants instead. And of course, back to my little umbrellas. They're a little bit lame, but I am really proud of them. I think they're cute. They're a little bit lame, but they're still cute. And we are just about done here. And there it is, my entrance, my sweet, candy, colorful entrance. Lots of cookies, lots of candy, lots of bright colors. I just think that it's perfect, and I hope that you guys like it as well. If you do, please make sure to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe for, my future builds. I have so many things planned, so many ideas, and I cannot wait to get them out and on this island. And I really hope that you guys will come along for the ride. Till then, see you guys soon. Bye!